All right. Okay. Here we go. Wala. Dugay namang og kang wa mo pakita mo nang nangita ko nimo. Nalingaw na kas reels no awa nanti ka mas daghang pag views ng imong reels kaysa ako ah. So naka-set up na si professional mode. Kanang imo diha Joy, i-set up na sad na imong professional mode. Ing na punto si Aida Bet nga mag-set up na og professional mode. Okay, so since we already have this guest, my guest on in my page were gone. Okay. Daghan basahon oy. Wa ko'y basahon oy mga kuan manggod ni. Mga unsay ngahan ani mga gadget manggod ni. Oh. Mga gadgetation. Okay? Mga live na siya. Time sa... Live na ako. Tana. Unsay dili magpatakag post og videos bet kay daghan gyud kaayo kag pangbasahon diha gyud. Og dili magpatuyang og butang og kuan video. Di ka magpatuyang og pamutang-butang kay daghan kaayo og violation. Yeah, for a while lang ha kay I'm setting up my monitors. Oh, so dito na siya. Kinahanglan original yun ni mga video, yes. Muna akong giingon ni mo, diha bitaw ko nataga-ta sa una. Kaya akong mga video, they were not as original as they were. Moto na violation ko. Ayay, sana ni. Okay. Daghang kayog ba nga pamaagi rin dapita. Okay. So, nganong gi-set up ko man dayon si YouTube oy nga wa pa man ko magsugod. Aha. Yes. Kinahanglan jud basahon ang mga rules. Yes. Basahon gyud ang mga rules ni Mita no. Kay mga tata kita ana. Okay. So we start with our message for today. Let's begin with what message we can have for people who are experiencing in financial crisis, no? Bay ba di sa abet kay wa ni crisis diha. Ni angay maminaw ani nga mensahe. Kumusta man ka diha, Joy? Wa sa kay crisis? Hay na mas aiding bet. Call on aiding. Oh. Sana ni? Yeah. Unsay walay ka. Oh, ngilngig kayo ning usa diha why crisis. So, on a crisis such as financial, life is hard or difficult to navigate while we are under this struggle. And it can be overwhelming and stressful. But it's important that we realize, we remember that we are not alone in financial pains. Si Abet ragay wala. Okay? Kay maayag yung pagkaibutang ang kinabuhi diyan dapita. And so to help us navigate through life despite these pains, we need to first make a closer look at our finances because it's undergoing challenge. And we need to identify areas where we can cut back on expenses. Maora yun na siya. And this may include reducing our discretionary spending, such as eating out or buying unnecessary items, and finding ways to increase our income. Let's find ways that we can increase our income while at the same time save on essential expenses like groceries and utilities. Okay? So bisag unsa na lang, amaagi nga mapunan-punan lang atong income. Such as, okay, thank you. Thank you, Marisa, you are there. Such as, we save on essential expenses like groceries and utilities. Kato, cut down yun taog mga expenses. And we need to consider nganong lipay mang kadam. Oh, nasabot yung na gina-share problema, taas na kay credit line. Okay? We need to consider on a moment like this, finding some part-time job or sell some items we no longer need. Unsay nga na kanang garage sale, my kindness joy. Okay. There are, however, resources and support available to help us through this difficult time. Kaya nga naman, na may mga card here and there pareha ni Abet, na mga loans here and there, mga, supporting actress and actors along the way, we need to consider reaching out to certain organizations that can help us as they specialize in financing institutions. Ang bank daw kay nag-email sa atong miga dinhi in Canada nga pre-approved na ang iyang dako kay nga credit line mentag mapisikan ta ini. Anyhow, we don't need to be afraid to ask help from, such as this one now with a friend was giving us an idea nga maduulan gid nato siya kay dako kay siya og credit line. Okay? So, we can go through a friend like this lady to seek financial assistance, or at the very least, kung wala man ang financial assistance, we need emotional support and encouragement so we can stay positive. Because remember that when there are financial challenges, just like any other challenges in life, they come very temporary. And for as long as we maintain the right mindset and our resources at hand, we still can overcome them. We just only need to stay positive, focused, and don't be afraid to ask for any help along the way. Wala akong mag-expect madayon kay ako gisulat unemployed ko with income. Grabe panalangin. Grabe kay panalangin ning atong amiga deho. So, ubay-ubay gining stars karon nga mapadaan. No? Hay na mas aiding bet. Okay. So that was just the very simple tip that we can message for ourselves, for all of us who are actually experiencing financial struggles. Okay. Then I have two more guidelines left here, which is a message to the students. Very simple. We all passed students somehow in our days. Dili bitaw siya online. Oh, God is good, really. Thank you. Di mong kita pabayaan bisag unsay atong problema. And so I just complete this because actually these are all the requirements that I'm giving preview here in our show for the guy inviting us come Friday for a live show. Okay, wow, daghan nag-stars, gipadang a bit. Thank you, stars and heart. Okay, buto-buto lang. Thank you, Beth. Wow, Charm, condolence, Charm, ha. Nakapag-tsempo ka pa. Sumuporta sa live when namatayan kayo, Charm? Oh, kagabi ko lang nalaman yun eh. Okay, Marisa, are you there? Kung hindi sa'yo, hindi talaga ako mag-live ngayon kasi wala ang energy, napaka-low. Napansin ko lang dahil sunod-sunod yung mga live natin, ang tatagal na tapos. But I made it a try. Okay, I made it a try. Kung ano ba ang magiging resulta na mag-live na you're not as energetic as you prepared to be, no? Kasi every day is always a trial and error. Kahapon lang namatay. Condolence again, Sharma. So here are some inspiration and guide to our students, no? Tips and advices that might help if there are students listening, as this is already break time. Number one, students, you need to have a clear goal. So you need to identify your goals and what you want to achieve. When we talk of goals, they're both short-term and long-term, okay? And this will at least help you to get motivated and get focused. Kailangan, kinahanglan na agyo'y goal. Then, of course, you need to learn how to manage your time. Oh yeah, ang akong usa ka amiga ang nagpadabit. Kay bawo ko stars ang imo, dili hard, okay? Time management is crucial for success. So, it is advised that students should create a schedule that works for you and prioritize your task based on their importance. Maoro gyud na ang tip nga nindot kayong ipasunod sa itong mga estudyante. And of course, you need to stay organized. Meaning, you keep track of your assignments, your projects, and deadlines. And use tools such as planner or to-do list to help you stay organized. I'm just giving tips for students and for out-of-school youth. Human na ta sa crisis. Karon nindot pa kayo atong sunod. Ay tulog-tulog diha. Gina-complete ko lang ning requirement ka. I'm done actually giving message to the hopeless, to the discouraged, to the single moms, to the parents, okay? And to the hopeless society, wa ka diri kagahapon ayaw tulog-tulog. Pagkaman ani the out-of-school youth, and then we're done with this basic requirement, and we move ahead to a much more interesting topic. Now, then next to staying organized is students, you need to develop good study habits. Okay, Junver Chan Trinidad. Okay, make sure you allocate enough time for studying. You take breaks when needed and avoid distractions. Dali unta ni kayo ni ay maboard din og mag-istorya og about students. Aya. O naataan ron ay kabala ka, maabot ta diha. Then just like when you are into any struggles or troubles, financial or what, students have their own set of challenges also. When this comes, when this happens, you just have to seek help when needed. Don't be afraid to ask for help. When you need it, you seek assistance from beginning with your peers, with teachers or tutors if you are struggling with a subject. Diba, Marisa? And of course, you can stay curious all the time. Fierce intellectual curiosity was our term. You stay curious and keep learning, because learning is a lifelong process. And for as long as you keep exploring new interests and ideas, life will move ahead. So it's important to read books, okay? Attend workshops and seek out new experiences. And finally, believe in yourself, have confidence in your abilities, and believe that you can achieve your goals. So it's important to always stay positive and motivated even when facing challenges. Okay, one more bet, kanina lang yun, before maghisgot ta o kanini ang unsay imong gusto hisgutan karon, no? So finally, students, let's learn to embrace failure pod. You don't need to be discouraged by failure or setbacks or failing grades. You use them instead, we can use them as learning opportunities and opportunities for growing. So remember that students and professionals and mothers and hopeless individuals and everyone around listening, para di mo magduka, success, which is all what we want, is a matter of, it's a journey and not a destination. So for students, it's not about achieving good grades or getting into a prestigious school. It's about pursuing your passion, cultivating your talents, and becoming the best version of yourself, true to everyone. So it's not very important, okay, na katong certain standards nga ato yung abton, no? Gukdon nato tong unsay na abot sa uban. We just have to keep working hard, stay focused, believe in ourselves, and never give up on our dreams, because we will all be able to achieve our goals with this kind of a mindset or an attitude. Now, the last that we're going to share for this afternoon before we go on your specific concerns will be to highlight, that was for the student, but what about for the out-of-school youth? Okay, I have a son who I met 28 years when he was already 28 years. I didn't know what happened to him, as we were not given opportunity to meet each other earlier on. But he's doing good in life, even up to now, even when he did not finish college, because for the long while that he was an out-of-school youth because of his condition, he probably could have realized this advice I'm going to share to anybody who are out-of-school youth there in the audience, in our listeners. Junadab Humalon is watching. Yes. Thank you once again, and shout out to you, Junadab Humalon. It seems like you are a regular viewer. Okay? So for the out of school, remember there are opportunities that are available to you regardless of your educational background. And while we earlier give good hints to our students so they can finish on their course, their career, and while you may think, okay, oh, maayo kay na academ. All right, so my son, who is a seaman, who is now in Europe, is watching our live broadcast. Bet na as dimdim. Asa na to imo introduce niya? Yeah. So, we're talking about opportunities that are available to our out-of-school youth regardless of their educational background. Because while it's true that having formal education can certainly be an advantage, this is not the only path to success. So for those who have not finished a career or a course, they still can take advantage of vocational training programs. That's why our K-12 apprentices and on-the-job training opportunities to develop valuable skills and gain practical experience, okay? So they can also seek out mentorship and or go into networking opportunities to connect with professionals in their field of interest so that they can learn from their experiences. Thank you for those hearts. Are they coming from you again, Charm? You still there? Okay. So it is important that we remember that success is not defined by one's degree or diploma. It's about how we set our goals, how we work hard, and continue to learn and grow throughout our life. Because with determination, with perseverance, and a willingness to learn, we can achieve our dreams and make a meaningful contribution to our society. What is your take, Marisa? I know you are listening there. You're the one requesting for this live. I shall be asking for your opinion about what you just heard in our broadcast. What did you say? Nag-upload lang ako ng Reels, yes. Close ako lahat ng instructor ko noon kasi may dalawa na akong anak na natapos kong bachelor's degree. Good for you. Maning kamot jud maski walay tulogay sa FS. Oh, I don't know what's FS. All right, so that we're just done. What is it now? Now, I have in my viewers today the one person who really pushed me to get into this thing, and this is the lady I had been telling you all along that if I would sit on my life without having to bring on anything, she would prod and would tell me, is that the way you conduct your life? I'm not conducting it the way you see me before bed. So I'm done with my opening salvo, with the topics that I'm there for everyone to get inspired about. We entertain if you didn't feel like the topic was of interest to you. We entertain whatever you would like us to move ahead for our sharing moments. As in, my guests would just easily type in a concern that they would like to, us to share our thoughts about. As we will try our best to address whatever those concerns are. And for this kind of life that we do, Beth, we were able to find or to catch attention with some people in the media, social media, to the point that we have this invitation lined up this coming May 26. And people who are attending to us are thinking about what topic of relevance they're going to endorse to their NGOs or organization or even to the LGU if only they could invite us. I have one such invitation still pending. Neil mentioned about the LGU in Tacorong. I hope it will push through. But there's another guy who used to attend to our broadcast. I still haven't seen him as he is the administrative officer of one big municipality in Iloilo who also thought of finding an opportunity where they could invite us. So it will already be a very good start for the journey that we have started on, and that is kudos to you, Beth. And of course, some friends like Ida and Neil who had always been inspiring us that we get into this kind of an activity, at least man lang, we were able to share or do our part of contributing to the world before everything else could have come to an end. Oh, so you finished Bachelor of Science in Commerce, major in Management, Marisa, kaya naman pala ang galing-galing mo. Grabe naman pala ang natapos mo sa UM, no? Oh, yeah. Alright, so talagang tinupad mo, sinabi mo, tumambay ka muna dito. Ha, hindi ka pa naka 30 minutes, kulang pa yan, okay? Before you go live. Ako, Joe M. Pa-shout out naman po. Yes, shout out to you, Sir Joe M. From where are you broadcasting, Sir Joe M? For the information of all my visiting guests, my listening crowd, I am not into an outright engagement or interaction with you as my hang gadget for there's three. I could not actually just be commenting on for a text as it might disturb their mounting. And so I will just have to go through all your texts later, although I could easily shout out to anybody who would like to be shouted at, like you, Joe M. Yes, shout out to you wherever you are broadcasting. Would appreciate if we will know. And Marisa, I think she deserves a shout out as she had always been promoting about our page back in Davao where she is actually stationed. And she's about to be meeting her boyfriend soon for another opportunity for a next marriage, for being now a newly single. All right. It's ahaha. Yeah. So, hi namas Aida. Let's get back to what this friend actually who has also gone through so much of life. Okay, she is in fact from Davao po, sir. Yeah. Ah, okay, you're also from there. Are you a friend to this lady, Marisa? Yeah. Friend mo ba to si Joem, Marisa? Taga Davao daw eh. Dito siya pumasok sa aking profile. Yeah. The power of prayer that my friend has always been highlighting about, which I know that in all her struggles, in all her ordeals, although short, for a very short time, nagkaroon din siya ng financial woes, pero nadaanan niya na. Wala na siyang kanyang klaseng woo ngayon. Kalakas ng ng kidlat, no? She's just been very prayerful, actually, I knew. And this is really one kind of power that without prayer, we can never unlock heaven's door. For the power over the blessings that the Almighty has prepared for us, it takes a prayerful life because it does not only open God's heart for us, but it makes our heart more available to listen to God's prodding and to His guidance to allow us to see where the blessing comes, where to grab it, and how to grab it. That's exactly how powerful prayer is because that's a form of communicating. And it actually is two-way. Huwag niyong pag-isipin na when you pray, monologue na lang yan, one-way lang yan, ang proseso. No. It's two-way because it is a way of communicating and there is no such thing as communication that's one way. So while we open our line to God, not His heart has always been open for us whether or not you pray. We open our line of communication or connection to Him. It is our heart that's opened when we pray because we need to have that kind of an openness, that kind of a heart to be able to listen, to know where the guidance, where the answer is from our own prayer. Okay? So, yes, Sis Nini, you are there. Medyo tahimik tayo ngayon na. Can you guys type your concern? From Davao po si Joe M. Is it in Davao City, Joe M? Oh yeah, thank you so much. Okay. Sino daw siya, sir? Si Joe, as in J-O-E. And then E-M, Joe M, from Davao. Okay? Yeah. Salamat din po. I hope you will just stay by. Marami pa tayong pag-uusapan. So, saan ka ba banda sa Davao? Itong si Marisa, nasa barangay 8 lang siya. Malapit sa Bangkiruhan. Okay? Nasaan na ba ang mga kaibigan mo, Marisa? Yung mga pinag-sales-tokan mo doon sa Thought Massager TM. Nakikita ko sila ni Nelly, actually, message sila. Nag-i-enjoy ako sa kanilang mga reels, yung kanilang mga engagement sa akin. Pero yung mga kausap mong lalaki, mukhang ikaw lang ang may power doon sa mga kausap mong lalaki dahil wala tayong cleavage eh. Sa sinasabi mo eh. But I would love to be meeting them in one of my broadcasts such as now if they would come. Our channel is open for them. Okay? Naa daw sa city si Aida, wala daw siya wifi. Oh, lagi niya. Uwan ra ba kayo din hibet? Grabe. Now, pero paulit na to kay running sundown. It's about sunset, you know. Aba, ang lakas naman ng mga hearts dyan. Galing ba sa'yo yan, Marisa? Salamat naman. Oh. Sana, I have actually two guests that if they are only on my broadcast, ako'y kinakabahan doon sa kanilang mga tanong eh. Kasi kahit saan ang mga tanong manggaling, sa may 26 na siguro. Anong meron sa 26, Maris? Yung ating... But it won't be here, ha? I suspect if I could really do a broadcast because nasa ano tayo niya, nasa Cebu Updates. I'm invited by Cebu Updates. That's a kind of a live streaming show in social media that is being hosted by the guy who invited me, itong si Erwin de la Serna. And then I check on the profile, para siyang channel, parang television channel, live streaming channel lang siya. And then talagang sinusundan yung mga, sabihin na natin yung mga personal account kasi sila, sir, ibang country. But they can still follow about Cebu Updates, okay? You can start actually to check on this profile, Cebu Updates. You just type Cebu Updates, lalabas yan. And the followers are now getting to be almost 310,000 all over the globe, ha? As in, that's why ang greetings doon is good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Because that's for everybody all over the globe, whatever is their time frame. Okay, and it's talking about the talents in Cebu, and I'm glad they were able to consider this little talent that we have. Ang gagaling ng mga na-interview doon eh. May mga international pilot, ang babata pa nila, mga actors, local actors and actresses. Monitor to have live. I will try. I'll ask permission that I can also broadcast live. I really will, no? So that for those who cannot actually connect to the channel, they have something to view on. Oh yeah. I have that in mind. I'll be bringing with me mini tripods kasi I saw in the studio, it's just on the table. And if I can just mount it somewhere for my own live, I will do that in favor of you guys. Okay. Yep. Mukhang excited din kayo, ha? Ako nga, na-excite ako nung ano eh. Kaya napaisip ako dito sa mga topic na ito dahil tiningnan ko yung invitation. At parang ito ang gusto niyang pwede nating pag-uusapan doon eh. So inunahan ko na. Nang sa ganun, kung may mga tanong man, nasagot na natin dito sa ating broadcast. Pitik-pitik na lang tayo dahil alam mo naman it's an interview eh. So kung saan man tatakbo ang usapan. Okay? Pero ang galing mo lang talaga, Marisa, ha? Hindi ako makakahindi sa iyo. If I will have my way talaga, I will just keep lying in bed today. As in, my energy is really due for resting. Pero ikaw yung isang kaibigan na parang di ka rin mahindian eh. Maniniwala na nga ako na may pagka-faith healer ka nga, meron kang ganyang energy. So actually, alam ko natawa ka dyan. Sinubukan ko na lang din for a try kung ano nga ang mangyayari sa live. Wala naman itong bayad eh. And nothing harm, whatever will be the outcome naman eh. Kasi gusto ko ring matry how I would be performing in a time when I don't have so much energy to move ahead to an activity like this. Wala akong mental frame of mind or mental preparation to do this broadcast. So, it's more of a subok lang talaga. Tingnan natin kung mapasaya ba natin yung ating mga audience ngayong hapon. No? Pero since pumasok kasi itong kaibigan ko na kaasam-asam, talagang inaabang-abangan ko. Bihira na lang siya dahil for all I care, nagre-reels na rin siya eh. Palibhasa kasi yung kanyang asawa doon sa Canada is a big-time farmer. So tuwing planting and harvest season, Sa isang ride lang ng mga tractor heavy equipments nila na parang helicopter or malaking airplane, that can get a good views for a reel kung pagkukunan man yan. Which is actually what this lady is experiencing for now. And nahiya nga ako yung kanyang mga reels na ginagawa. Matter of hours lang will already capture 1,000 views. Yung akin, bago mag-1,000, aabot pa ng 2-3 linggo eh. Okay. Nag-type siya. Ayaw ko noog. Dili ko no. Klarohon lang ang istorya nga, dili ma-underestimate. No? Underestimating ang akong istorya eh. So, as in, grabe talaga. Tumaon na pa itong ma-monetize sa akin. Laban akong sa monetization sa live ads. Gitagaan mahinong kog in-stream ads. Gawa man ko'y income kay sa in-stream ads o sa subscription. As well as doon sa stars, wala akong masyadong income. Ang problema pala sa stars, Marisa, 180 days lang siyang nakalock in. Ay magsi-60 days na yung aking stars. So, ibig sabihin, 120 days more, pag hindi yan umabot ng 10,000 stars for Meta to release, ma-freeze pala yan eh. Kaya sana naman madagdagan nila, no, para ma-release yung stars na nakaipit lang sa mga kamay ni Meta. Ay nako, tapos ang Reels naman ngayon, binabaan daw yung bayad eh. Kaya napaisip nga ako, Marisa, na baka maglaylo ako dito sa Facebook. I-focus ko na lang yung aking YouTube. Nadismaya lang ako kahapon na copyright ako sa haba-habang pag-edit na ginawa ko. Which ended up na copyright pa ako dun sa aking background music. Ang dami talaga ditong pagbabantayan, no? Oh, ano yung pinagwawaw mo dyan? Na mauna ron, di pwede. Which one is di pwede? Magdala ka ng mga, oh yeah, I will talaga. Pero yung wow, paintindi mo sa akin, saan ba galing yung wow na yan? Ba't napawaw ka, ha? Okay. So, okay lang din naman pala kahit hindi ka masyadong full of energy. Kaya din pala ang live, ano, Marisa? Pag may aabiba lang dyan sa, no, sa mga viewers mo, parang tuloy lang pala ang ligaya, no? Okay? Si Joe M, I hope nandyan lang si Joe M, ha? Monitor ko si Joe M dito, Marisa, kababayan mo. Ayaw niya sumabay sa'yo dyan sa page, eh. Nagpa-profile siya, eh. Idol kong Joe M. Okay? Sige. Magsalita ka pa, Joe M, parang marami tayong malalaman tungkol sa'yo. Pambayad yan sa ating mga rents of work. Ano yon ang pambayad mo? At least napansin ni Meta ang ako o sa Karil. Oh, you see, pansin ka agad siya. Oh. Iba talaga ang Canada, no? Madaling pansinin eh. Ay, kami din hibit, dugay pa intaw kayo may mapansin. Paningkamot pa may split din eh. Pero ikaw, yan lang ni mo, sa ka-split, monetize na dahil siya, Marisa. And then, pansin na siya ni Meta. May mga ganyan eh, na-invite ka agad, 1-2 reels lang. Basta may viewers. Grabe ang viewers nito kasi philanthropist to eh. Siya yung pag may pera, kahit wala ang pera, grabe mamigay ito eh. Hindi ko lang pwede ibigay yung kanyang profile at kanyang number, baka maraming hihingi doon. Ay kung ako nga dito, sang katutak ng humihingi ng tulong, wala akong maitutulong pa dahil, alam mo naman, naubos pa nga, ubusan tayo ng panggastos, pangtustos dito sa mga binibili nating mga mic, mga kung ano-ano, abonado pa tayo, nalipan na lang ko, grabe ang achievement niya, oh. Hala. Go ahead, Beth. Sige, share your blessings. Kakatuwa lang talaga, no? Dili mo sugot si Mita, anang. Di ba ko nakasabot si Mita o Bisaya, Beth. Ayaw niya ba akong follower si Joel? Ayaw niya ba akong ka-follower si Joel, ha? Hindi man to Joel, Joe M. Natawa kaibigan ko kasi una pa siyang na-monetize sa atin. Haya-haya a bit. Kaya na-monetize na siya, Marisa, hindi na siya masyadong nagpaparamdam ngayon lang eh. So all those times that she was absent in my live, pwede ko siyang ikwento ng ikwento sa mga kabutihang ginawa niya. At ngayon sa mga achievement na rin niya na effortless eh. Bigla na lang eh. Joy, ikaw, nara ka diha, Joy? Paramdam po, Joy. Ayaw ko na sige katawa diha, Marisa. Ay, nako. O, paano? Ano na? Grabe si Marisa din, maraming alok kanina to the tune of tag $3,000, $4,000 a week. Nako, grabe kayo ha. Talagang, basta may nadinig akong ganyan, Marisa ha. It's a lady tutorial channel na talagang natuwa siya sa galak talaga sa email na katulad nun. Tingnan ko sandali. Yeah, Joe M. Oo. Tingnan mo ka. Ay nako, baka bumalik sa aking mga kamay to. Ito siguro yung isa sa mga followers na kinuha mo rito. At least bumalik din, ha? Actually, hindi ko pa tinurn off actually yung ano. Natakot ako eh. Ayoko nang mag-set up or i-reset ang mga settings ko doon. Kasi ako, sa akin, napaisip ako, kung ikaw man lang yung bibira at kukuha ng aking mga followers at masaya ka naman doon, masaya na rin ako para sa iyo. Total, bumabalik din sila sa akin at binibigyan mo rin ako eh. So, give and take lang yun eh. Joe M, tingnan ko sandali. Sige, tingnan mo. Joe M, are you a friend to? She's proud labandera. Very proud. Kahit naglalaba talaga, nagla-live. Uh-oh. Waiting for more guests. Nakasway ka na, Marisa, nga gikapoy na ka, gusto na ka mo pahuway, nga mananghid na ka, kay mag-sign off na ka, and suddenly mukalitlag butho ang daghang kayong mga viewers, nga mo kanasag ka. How do you know if ang message imo na dawat ay from God? Oh, galing. How do you know? Alam na alam mo dahil it comes naman beyond your expectations, beyond what you can imagine. It comes through a leading naman. Using an instrumentation na hindi mo nga siya actually ma-explika. Kumbaga, it's beyond your dreams. It's beyond what you can imagine. And then it finds its own way na basta na lang siya darating sa'yo. Libreng-libre ha, kasi yun nga that's the nature of the kind of provider, loving provider that we have in a God that we serve. Ang mga biyaya na dumarating sa atin that we become very proud of, we take too much credit. Pinag-iisipan, pinagpaplanuhan, pinagpupuyatan. We took so much effort to the point that when we reach there, we tend to inflate ourselves for such an achievement. And then we take credit, but not from when it comes from God, dahil bigla-biglaan yan. And hindi mo ma-figure out yan. It's way beyond what your mind could imagine. At darating yan just like the song that says, love comes from the most unexpected places. It operates like that in a very uncircumstantial, unexpected event. That is how God operates. And it comes to you Yung sa mga lalo na sa mga need natin sa ating paghihirap, I think we all have experienced to God's blessing, di ba Marisa? It comes to us just on time. It's never late. We may worry about a certain need na baka hindi talaga natin maagapan. But because we have a God, loving and living God that we serve, and we prayed, we have this connection in prayer with Him, it comes just actually to deliver us in a perfect time of our need. So how do you call that? Ay yung ating mga efforts, yung ating mga pinagkagagawa dalawa lang ang mangyari doon. Either it comes ahead dahil sobrang pinaghahandaan natin, or it comes cramming late. Pero kahit na dumating na nga na halos late na at hindi na natin akalang makuha pa because we invested so much time and effort at nakuha nga, proud pa rin tayo doon. But not with the thing that comes from God. Hindi mo maipagmamayabang. You can only glorify Him and give Him all the credit because you know for yourself, you never took effort for that kind of a blessing. Such as the one you share now, yung laking credit line na meron ka na sinabi mong you are only this and that. You honestly had been telling your right status and yet the bank is insistent on giving you something. Anong tawag mo doon? Kaninong message yan? Sinong may pakana nun? O, di ba? I mean, these are exactly the things that when it comes to you, and you know it's from God, you never can take any single credit, but you return the glory to Him. Di ba? Mga ganyan ang nangyayari dito na madaling sagutin because relatable I mean, they come from nowhere din di ba Marisa? Kasi hindi siya scripted Mas scripted pa yung ating mga achievements sa Reels. Okay? Apply mo ang motto na God will provide talaga. He is our greatest provider in the first place. Okay? Nang hubag akong mata, ato nga time, ika 40 days sa akong partner, May 6. Aba, mukhang hindi ko nabasa itong mga messages mo Mayroon akong isang CP monitor, alright? Let me see. I hope hindi mawawala ang mga message dito na gusto kong basahin. Pambayad yan. Keep typing lang, Marisa, para makikita ko yung mga magdala ka ng monitor. Ayun na. Yun ang ayaw kong talagang pakialaman yung mga mensahe dyan dahil sanggalaw lang nawawala Okay. Move ahead. I'm looking for Nini Mides, if you are still on. You were such a very good viewer, I know. I enjoyed talking to you yesterday. You were my blessing. I was about to stop broadcasting when you insisted I have no sounds. I learned so much lesson from yesterday's experience with you, don't you know that? I should shout out to you because it was your energy that saved mine. I was about to really end up my broadcast then. Sino daw siya, sir? Are you asking about the guy na sinagot kong si Joe M? Nakita mo na ba? I'm talking about a lady kahapon, nandiyan ka Marisa nung insist sila dito sa kabila na wala akong audio. Na ako naman ay hindi naniniwala dahil dalawang mata ko hindi nakapikit, tiningnan ko ang performance ng mic ko. Umilaw ng maliwanag, nakablo yung aking mic. Kaya yung ginugulo nila ako na wala ng sounds, I was asking for you to, wow, me umisol to make lipat for a while just to validate if I indeed have sounds here in my other channel, which you said wala nga. And then there was this lady, my sis, actually in Pasay, 30-year-old, okay, who also shared her experience on the pandemic. Nagka-COVID yung dalawa atang anak, parang ganon. And then, As she was sending me pictures, guiding me on what to set up or reset in my gadget, nung tumawag siya sa akin, na-validate niya, wala nga talaga akong sounds. Hanggang sa, I was about to really stop the broadcast, tinanggal ko na yung mic. Nung tinanggal ko, doon nagka-sounds eh. So, doon, bumalik yung broadcast. And ang dami kong natutunan kagahapon, which is relatable to life minsan ba yung ayaw nating makinig doon sa kung ano yung mga nakikitang mali ng iba sa atin dahil akala natin, feeling natin, paligid natin. Oo, wala nga talaga kahapon. So you were there, siguro umalis ka lang. I was blessed because it took another 1 hour of interaction actually here on the profile nung nawala kayo dahil nag-broadcast ka. Okay? Emmy Omisol, shout out dear. We missed you, wa nakakaanhis balay. Moanhis ang kag panagsa, no? How are you? We're doing live every now and then. I hope you regularly would visit our page. Talaga, totoo, Marisa. Salamat din. At kinumply mo yung... kaya pala, ang dami kong pinagsasabihan dito to tell me if they can ever hear me. How can they ever tell? Lahat sila, hindi walang madinig. Okay, here's a story. Here's a sharing story by this lady in Canada. In text, she tells us here in the profile, abinay mo before, I prayed to God na if ever time na nako to go home, ay dili lang unta ko niya hatagan anang cancer. Aba, napaka-melodramatic neto. Kana lang untang matulog lang ko, pero lately, daghan ako worries about death. Oh, galing, sige. See more. Og may message ko na dawat nga mas maayo ang cancer, kay at least makaprepare pa ko, kay sultihan man ta sa doktor hangtod kanos arat ta. You are right, actually. That's a very good realization, no? Anyhow. You are right in one point, and in one sense, mauna nga nag-ask ko nimo if that message is from God. Okay, this is the message you're asking. Okay. Now, if the kind of understanding, the message, which was an instrumentation, which gets back to you by how you change a mindset to a thought of the message, and if that is so positive in your processing, I would say God guided you to have that kind of, what they call this, understanding that made you appreciate regardless. No? Kasi it started with the thing you worried much. It started with the thing you have apprehensions about, which fear is not really that good. But the reason I would insist still that it comes from God is when that apprehension is taken away from your mindset, and instead of fear, you now appreciate it to the point that you embrace it to prepare for it, for something good you realize about it. Anong klaseng message pala galing yan? Saan pala galing yan? To me, it really must be a message, or that understanding must have come from God, because sinners that we are, who we are never aware of all the things that we do dahil makasalanan naman talaga tayo in thoughts, in words, and in deeds, you know? And then we are never aware of what we're doing, because if you remember the prayer of Christ, in His crucifixion, before He died, ganito yon. Teka nga, ano ba itong hinihilo dito? Redeemer. Reamer Moana Romero. Oh, wow. Dumarami sila. Sige, I'll get back to you. Tapusin ko muna itong sa aking profile, ha? Remember the prayer that was recorded in the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and even John, when he was dying at the cross? The last prayer he breathed was, Father, Father, forgive them. Why would Jesus ask that his Father forgives us? What's the reason? For they know not what they are doing. Most of the time, we navigate through life without ever knowing. We have knowledge about where we sinned. That's why you have the sin of omission and commission. There were sins that we committed that we knew we do it very intentionally. But there were also sin, especially the sin of ignorance that we were never aware about. Okay? And if that ignorance, which led to fear, is being replaced with an insight that allows us to embrace and erode the fear in us to the point that we get to celebrate. What do you call that message to me? It could be an enlightenment from God, no? So on the other hand, actually, yung sinasabi mo na, balikan ko yung sinasabi mo ha na with a kind of prayer na, ay nawala. Yung ibig sabihin, mas mabuti ang namatay sa heart attack, heart failure kasi madalian compared to cancer. Okay? Well, in one sense naman, maganda din naman siya. And that is very beneficial, especially if you maintain very close connection to your God, that you feel like your salvation is sure. Okay? You can always know that naman based on your standing with your relationship with God. Okay? And if that ever happens, you're spared from such worries and fear. But knowing naman din na on the other hand na marami pa nga tayong hindi alam eh. At marami din tayong na-realize na mga pagkasala na hindi pa natin na-correct or na-align. And so, the way I took your message is, if that was an alternative, dahil we cannot naman, these are consequences of our lifestyle. And if they get back to us in a form of cancer, and we were able to align our thoughts or to prepare it, to even embrace it, because in that situation, mas sisigurado pa natin ang buhay natin dahil unti-unti yan eh. May chance tayo talagang mag-repent at mag-align at mag-seek ng more profound forgiveness with our Maker, our Lord, our Savior. Hello, Remir, Moanya Romero. How are you? And shout out to you. Yes. Are you also from Davao? Hindi ko makita. Pero ang ganyan hindi madali mamatayan. Hindi nga talaga madali mamatayan, Remir. Pero what she is saying is, tanggap niya kung ganun man ang ibigay, kahit painful, dahil in the long process, kumbaga, na-purge mo talaga yung sarili mo, na ihanda mo habang tinatanggap mo yung balik consequence of our lifestyle, kasi lifestyle naman yung cancer eh. Okay? Imo itubag ay about yun na yun, about science. The science there actually, if you would want it that way. Well, the the process of opening your mind to process such a thought, which is the language of science, which language simplifies what God wanted. Katawa na ka. Mao na lagi. Di na nato tiwason. Ari na lang ko ni Remir Moania Romero. Oo, yung ganyan kasi, yes, tinuod lagi. Di gid siya madali. Pero ang nakita man gud niya nga change nga mindset, Remir, is bugat man, sakit man, lisod man, pero kung if that is the only way that she can prepare herself better to be with her God in the gift of salvation, then she would rather take it, which is a very good realization or mindset. And such mindset or such change of thought must be very guided by a God through the process of science, preparing your mind for that kind of a detour, led or gave you actually or prepare you na hindi na bumigat ang pakiramdam na yan. Sino yan, Marisa? Hello po, my monitor from Proud. Monitor? Ano yun? My monitor, what do you mean? Proud, what is that monitor Remir Moana is talking about? Siguro masyadong mailaw ang aking dito. Akin muna tong iset into, kasi I would rather have my ilaw kasi medyo madilim na, I would rather have ilawan ko yung banda rito, banda roon. Sino yan? My monitor from Proud. Is there anything you wanna say, you wanna share, Marisa? Ano yung bang ibig sabihin nun? Tanawa ra ning akong amiga ning bugal-bugalan. Maamangkot ni siya ang dili gyud siya gusto nga apilan og science kini nga vlog kay ang iyaha Ginoo ra gyud tanan. Ingon ko, di man gud nimo mabuwag kanang science ug ang Ginoo. Kay the greatest scientist ever is no other than God. Kay katong mga scientists nga nanggawas mong gud sa una that leads to godless evolution, mo mong gud tong wa pa ni dawat og spiritual issues. Ang mga science karong bag-o mo entertain naman og spirituality. That's why in the second day of our broadcast here, Beth, we talk about spirituality. At the opening salvo, when we already have content in our opening discussion or in our opening broadcast, we started with the importance of having a relationship with God, your Maker, your Savior, your Redeemer, and its impacts on your development. The highlights that it gave us for our personal growing, no? And how it guides us as we navigate through life. Very important is that connection because we come from that hand who is love. We can only know better and deeper that love if we maintain that connection, that relationship with Him. Which, ang papel ni science is to simplify that, science being the greatest simplifier. Okay? Sige. Oh, your child. Hello po, my siguro hindi ito monitor. My mentor siguro ang sinasabi nito, Marisa. Kaya nga kasi Remir, mukha niya eh. Tapos, bakit naging Romero siya? Eh, ikaw Lopez eh. Ang gagaling naman ng mga pamilya nyo. Mga big time sounding ah. Yes, Beth, go ahead. Ay nagsig katawa-katawa diha. Remir for you. Sir, exit ang proud la bandera maiwan. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. Have a good broadcasting experience ahead. Alam ko marami na rin nag-aantay sa iyo doon. Pero pag natapos ka at we are still here, bumalik ka lang at tanggap ka namin. So, Remir, okay. Si Remir pala. Okay. Sana man kadayadam. Wa ko magdahom nga. It will be an experience like this also for this broadcast. Habi na ko gali. Mahuman ra siyag sayo. Actually, labad-labad akong ubit. Kapoy ko ron, wa na ko'y tuwag sa sige actually broadcast, dugay mahuman, and then pagkahuman magod sa broadcast is you have to interact. Nya, lisod kay pangitaon tong mga comment nga nanago na bitaw. Sige ni mug, wala, nya, pila ka gadgets akong balik-balik kag pangita, basta lang matubag siya kay ang evaluation ni Meta na ako. Delay kay kumanubag og message. So, as much as I can actually have still remaining time to do, I will use it to engage, to interact. So, wala na ko kay bang usahay madugay, nagib kay kong tulog. And that's why, kuwang na ko tingali og rest. That's why, wa kay ko'y energy for today. Ginapugos lang na ako kay kaning akong friend nga sigig promote sa itong page wanted me to go broadcast for today. Kung duda ka nang na mga time nga dili siya dito mo pakita kay na siya gilihayan pud tingali nga kinsa na iyahang mga ka-ergo-ergo diha nya mo standby siya dinhi nya mabalik naman sad siya dito siyang broadcast nya kinsa na pud ka iyang experience dito kay daghan man lagi siya og mga foreign mga technocrats, advisors and or whatnots. Mutago na po na siya din eh. Sama ka bet, napakadiha? Or matulog na ka? Kaya mga tulog na ta kung wala na ka. Are there still viewers on my page? On my, na si Remir. Here on my profile, do I still have guests around? Ang ako kasin, sige encourage na ako magpamammogram ato ara. Kaya mas maayo man kaha ang cancer kay to ara. Hello Efren. How are you? Nas Efren and Rino. Maayo magkaha ang cancer kay makaprepare ta, pero ako siya giingnan nga. Dili lang ta mag-prepare kung may cancer na ta. Kung dili, kada adlaw. Kada adlaw jud ta mag-prepare. Mauna na. Kay what if dili oray cancer nga hatag, heart attack ra po di ay. Kay si cancer ni create og heart attack, di pildi na ta, wahin na atong preparation, di ba? So mauna siya. Bright yung kay kaabit, but na lang. No, ding di gini mo i-appeal si science kay pwerte ni mong bright ta. Humaba ang aking broadcast doon. Kaya dili man nato mahibalaan ang mao gani, manay akong giingon. Uy, who could this be? Alright, maybe I'll take you. Sige. Hello? 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 Hello?
Yeah, this is Jennifer from Job Travel.
Yeah, what about?
Reason for my call, sir, is to formally invite you, sir, to avail our local and international vacation.
Local and international vacation.
Yeah, kung sakali lang naman, sir, kasi may mga promo kami, like sa Boracay, Palawan, Bohol, Batanes, Siargao. Do you have any plans po to travel soon?
Well, I really love the invitation, but most of my travels are free. And if the invitation you're giving is something for free, I would avail. Yeah?
Hindi to free, sir. Siyempre, discount promo. That's why I'm calling you. Kung sakali lang naman na may plano, hindi naman po ito.
Mag-aantay tayo kung may budget tayo dyan. For now, wala pa. So,
wala pa. Sige, sir, I understand. Maybe
Okay.
next time.
Sige.
Yeah, thank you.
Sige, salamat din. Kita kabit. Oo. Yan si Rainier. Okay. Mommy Rose reacted to your comment. Okay. Unsay 40 yun bit ba? Nagkadungog ka? Nagkadungog ka ato, bet? Ay, nako, abet. Hay naman ang mga stars dihan dapita. Ay, wa pa man mga tagak. Ang proud lavender. Okay. Free joke. Nauto siya, bet. Saan naman tayo ini, be? Koy, padong nag-sunset a bet. Hay na mas Aida, oy. Nanarabas Efren and Reno. Nag-calling-calling na kay sunset na. Hello, hi. Sa city lagi, mau lagi to. City limit. Okay. Si Joy nawa pod. Nya unsa naman dayong oras sa diha ron bet wa pay di pa katugon? wala nakaanang. Uy, nganong wa man nga kanunay man nang naay sunset. Muwa ba di ay na? Yung bagay yun di mo abit. There will always be sunset and sunrise. Okay? You cannot take that away. Ay, abet. Ipakatawa mo ang tanan. Wa na day ka anak, bet. Naamang una dinhi karon gali og gaulan kog kusog pero makita gyud nimo nga sun is setting down kay oni hayag bayag balik. You know. I, I have to really close my broadcast on YouTube, no? Kay nga, no? Wala namang kaayoy content, katawa-katawa naman lang ni. So, thank you guys for, not for my YouTube, ha? For allowing me a little extension to my broadcast beyond an hour. At this point of my life, I should already be asking permission to turn off my broadcast so that I can proceed to my YouTube upload. Okay, just abang na lang for the upload for most of my subscribers to view this on my YouTube. And for you Facebook followers, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can log on to YouTube and type Transforming Thoughts at Edze808. As you pull on a video, please allow the ads to run. Never skip it, as that is the only way we are fully compensated for the ads that you will see in our uploads. Thank you once again for making our broadcast a part of your day. Okay, God bless.